Welcome to the Scrapyard and Merry Christmas. I am your host, BC.
I'm Aladar.
The Savage.
And I'm Solo Jones. Merry Christmas.
Yep.
And I realized tonight we promised a roast with him, but due to unfortunate circumstances on almost every part, we electively agreed to push it to a new date. I will notify you guys when that'll actually go down so you don't miss it.
At least we can get the holidays out the way.
Exactly. So this gives us a chance to really get the more important stuff out of the way. Like tonight's topic, suggested by, in their own right, these two kind of just talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, this is BC's guide to the Lightning Collection. Where to start, what to look out for, and what things you need to worry about with the line as a whole if you plan to dive in. But before we get into all that, as per usual, guys, figure appreciation of the week. And this week, we got you, Aladar. You go first.
Ooh.
So, okay. For my figure is this right here. You can see the realistic fur texture. You can see.
Zoom him in.
Oh, shit! Oh, God damn it! I am so sorry that was not meant to happen. That just goes to show how off my game I am tonight. I am so sorry. Go ahead.
So, realistic fur texture. All of that. Very good. Very good for the snuggles. And it has a gimmick to it. That gimmick being Boat Bash!
So it's great.
I got my puppy back, guys.
I
got
see
my puppy
Alan
back.
I see Aladar has gone for the 1-to-1 scale replica dog as his figure of the week.
But yeah, Silverbolt's back, guys.
Do me a favor, Aladar, just in case this actually starts blinding people in the audience. Scoot over to your right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. That's better. It's all right. It's just because the sun was glinting through the.
It's nighttime. There's no sun.
It is my ring light for one thing, and for another, for my actual figure appreciation. I can't remember if I've used them or not. I don't have the patience to give a flying fuck. Prig Bulkhead.
Oh,
You
nice.
have not used him yet.
Okay. This is like, I know I'm gonna annoy the crap out of BC saying this, but my appreciation for him comes from the fact that this is what we should have gotten with Legacy. And I was way too hard when he came out.
Solo, you're up.
Well, to follow on from last week's episode where I spoke about the Cyberverse, I'm going to go with the Universal Studios Deluxe Evac.
Oh. That is actually a really nice deluxe.
Yeah. I haven't transformed him yet. I've heard he's quite notoriously fragile, so... And things tend to pop off, so...
All right, Savage, you're up.
Oh, hey, Savage.
For my appreciation, it's going to be a little different. Instead of being a massively bulky one, it's going to be a small one.
Oh,
It's a butt shot.
Spot Shot Thundercracker.
Cracker.
That is adorable.
It's the only Bosch I own and only care for.
You know
And
what?
it's
Here's his challenge. Here's his challenge for the future. He has to figure out a way to die by the hand of the bot shot.
I'm gonna have to joke. At least he didn't spend $50 on an eBay auction on that one.
I don't even know where I got or how much I even paid for it because I don't think I even did.
Those little bot shots are perfect little stims or fidgets.
All right, my turn. So
Whoa.
I will come in that room.
You will get attacked by a mini mutt.
I'll take your mini mutt. He prefers me anyway. Anyways, so My figure appreciation of the week might actually shock you guys entirely because, bearing in mind this is new Toy Joy, I really like this so far because I've futzed with many more figures within this line and it's been very disappointing. This is the one, this is so far is the only one that's actually genuinely really sold me. Gundam Universe Freedom Gundam.
Ooh, very nice.
It's
It has
American.
all of his gimmicks. Well, okay. I don't think it has the cannon gimmick. Yeah, no, the cannons don't flip forward, but it can do the bulk of what this can do. It does have the Darth Maul beam saber. It has its rifle. It looks like a Freedom Gundam, and like this doesn't feel like the universified aesthetic hit this too hard. Like this actually looks like the Freedom Gundam, which I really like. Hi, Mebius.
Oh, hey, BBS.
Hi, welcome back.
We missed
There
you
you
last
are.
time, buddy.
Yeah, we missed you last week.
So yeah, anyways, that's my figure appreciation of the week.
You're
Now
welcome.
yes, seriously, thank you. This was my Christmas gift this year from Aladar.
Fantastic.
So there we go.
Well, I will say you will eventually get your Christmas gifts from me. You'll probably get them sometime in the new year.
It's okay. UK postage and everything.
Yeah, the UK mail has been on strike pretty much throughout.
Sorry about that. I was on Twitch. I have a Twitch?
It's okay, BBS. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Anyways, so let's go ahead and get into this. So, if there's anybody here who is aiming to actually adamantly start a Lightning collection, but you're not really sure where to start, well, given the fact that I've been in on the line basically since the beginning, obviously I've skipped a few things. Some things I've avoided. Some things just were way too far out of my price range. But at this rate, why not talk about my experiences with the Lightning Collection and where I feel you realistically should start. So if anyone in my fabulous panel or my comment section has any questions for me in regards to this, I will take them and I will answer them. So long as they are Lightning Collection related.
So I think my first question to you, BC, and in your opinion, do you think the
Go on.
the crossover lines like Street Fighter, Cobra Kai, Turtles, etc., is improving the presence of Lightning Collection, or do you think it's going to hurt it in the long run?
I feel it's going to improve it. And here's why. Those Turtles figures, I'm not going to lie. Initially, I passed on them outright. I did not want them. I did not think they were all that great looking. I felt that Turtles and Power Rangers should never mix that heavily. So I was just completely out on it. That's his figure appreciation of the week. To kind of derail it a little bit.
Always gone for a first full figure statue. That is going to be beautiful then.
Yeah. Anyway, so that being said, the crossover Turtles, obviously they are technically speaking, they are the first Power Ranger crossover figures within the Lightning Collection.
Yeah.
So obviously a lot was riding on the success of these guys. And clearly enough, I think it worked because a lot more actual other toy lines are coming out of the woodwork wanting to actually be a Lightning Collection crossover figure of some kind. Kind of like the Transformers collab project.
Yeah.
So it makes sense why people are really pushing to see more of these crossovers happen. I don't agree with a lot of the decisions made with a lot of these crossovers, but I don't outright hate them. Like, for instance, the Cobra Kai ones, I'm not a big fan of whatsoever. But that's entirely because, me personally, I'm not big on the Ninjetti suits. So therefore, I'm passing on them.
That's an easy pass for you.
Yeah, that's a very easy pass for me. But say for instance, if Savage was really into the Ninjetti suits, then at that point, that collab series, now all of a sudden, those Cobra Kai figures, they'd be on his radar. So at that point, through Power Rangers, we're getting a chance to see all of these other little series that exist in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, me personally, I feel like the best crossover figures we've had thus far across the board is the Street Fighter. I don't own any of them yet, but from what I've seen of them, I think they're really, really good. So ultimately, the answer to the question is, I feel like the collabs really do help the Lightning Collection line, especially since it gives people a chance to see what a Lightning Collection figure can do, since it's part of a franchise you already love. If you're a fan of Turtles, boom. If you're a fan of Cobra Kai, boom. If you're a Street Fighter fan, boom.
And
Stuff
you
like
think,
that.
say, somebody who will buy the Danny LaRusso in the white Ninjetti suit may end up buying somebody, some more Lightning figures.
Exactly.
Which is all fair and good. I mean, I know a Back to the Future fan that wasn't into Transformers but got the Gigawatt and then decided, hey, this is kind of cool. I think I'll get some more of those.
Yeah.
And just like that, now he's more of a Transformers guy. And it all started with that Back to the Future thing. So I think that this is a smart move for Lightning Collection as a whole. But like I said, I don't particularly agree with a lot of the decisions made. As much as I gave the Turtles ones a lot of hate and a lot of crap, even I have to admit, I did eventually buy the sets and the Shredder. And I'm telling you guys right now, I am about to get some serious heat for this. The weakest figure of the entire lot was Shredder.
And a lot of people were saying the Tommy and Shredder figures were supposed to be the highlights of that crossover line.
No. In my personal opinion, I feel Shredder, bar none, was the weakest release. But
Tommy
that's
was okay.
the only reason why I feel that way, though, is for one reason. The Turtles outshined everything. Because the Turtles themselves, oh my God. They were chef's kiss. They were so good.
So you think the Foot Soldier Tommy and the Shredder 2-pack was overhyped?
I feel the Tommy Foot Soldier, the only reason why that got as much love as it did was because it was a Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Tommy.
And the only reason why the Shredder got so much hype was because he got the Green Ranger suit.
Yeah, so it's Tommy either way.
Quite honestly, given BC gave me his, I can say for sure Tommy is okay at best.
Yeah. I kind of agree with what BC's saying there because it's Tommy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Tommy's going to sell no matter what.
Especially nowadays.
Exactly. So they knew for a fact that, if you make Shredder the Green Ranger, that's going to sell.
They can make any Tommy figure out there and people will buy it.
Exactly. Anyway, so there you go. I realized it was very long-winded. I apologize, but there you go. There's the first question answered. Does anybody else have a question?
I do. What's the worst quality control issue you've seen so far?
I have not experienced really, really bad quality control as of yet, and I've been very lucky. Very lucky. I am not saying that the QC is a non-existent thing. I'm well aware of it. Based on what I have seen thus far, the one that has been hit with QC problems, the absolute worst, is Time Force Blue.
Yeah, I did actually see on Twitter pictures of people who bought Time Force Blue, and he's literally splitting apart.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because that's a $30 fucking figure. Because you're getting a whole ass bike with that, and yet the bike isn't even going to have a figure to ride it. That's unacceptable. Now, of course, Hasbro has been addressing it, which is good on them.
I mean, I think one of the most common issues I've seen with a lot of Lightning figures is that helmets seem to be snapping off on the heads.
Yeah, that is something where I can confirm right now. Most of those is due to the fact that the people handling the figures are ham-fisted. I just got the color swap 2-pack, and I swapped the damn it, Savage. I just got that 2-pack, and I swapped the helmets around, and they deliberately changed the way those ball sockets work in those helmets to prevent you from doing a helmet swap. Didn't stop me. It clearly didn't stop me. But now my Red Ranger's helmet is so tight, I'm afraid to move it.
So you think you may actually end up snapping the ball socket?
Yes.
Go on, Aladar.
Bouncing off of your ham-fisted comment, I can say for sure that that's not always the problem because I've handled Dino Thunder Yellow, finally, with relative ease. Thank you for that.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, though, Alan. If you were going into what I'm thinking you were going into, you need to bear in mind the female bodies naturally have smaller feet because that's a more feminine designed figure.
No. I meant like I managed to swap between the creepy as shit civilian head and the proper Ranger helmet with no problem.
Okay, well that's the thing though. You tend to be a little ham-fisted as well, but I'm not saying that's a every single case basis. I'm saying if it's somebody who is just trying to rush through it and just to see how it all looks, and they just go and they yank this way as opposed to straight up. Yeah, you're gonna snap that thing right off. Slow your dumb ass down. Pay attention to what you're doing and make sure you don't break your toy.
Actually,
and I was going to say, and I think in some cases, especially with a lot of Hasbro and how Hasbro's been recently with overly tight joints, I think sometimes like boiling them first could actually work.
Now you were saying?
What I was trying to say was I was trying to make the point that even if you're ham-fisted, that's not always going to be a guaranteed result because it is possible to be careful. That's the point I was getting to.
And that's fine. But ultimately, my other point is, as I was initially bringing up, if it's a case of you can't get the figure to stand properly, a lot of the times you just got to find that cog, the center of gravity.
Yeah.
That being said, anyone else got any questions?
Let's let Savage ask one. And every single time I'm speaking, I have the floor.
So, where's my lightning collection?
That's where it's at. Up there in the sky. You dumbass.
Being serious.
Mebius, do you have anything to say? Any questions for BC?
Wait, so Savage really doesn't have a question?
Not really. I wanted to make a joke one just the entire time. Just like I was trying to decide whether or not to be like, is the Red Ranger a mayonnaise? Just something stupid, just to get a giggle out of someone.
No, he's not, unfortunately. That must really suck for you. Anyways, moving on.
What is it?
When did you become this motherfucker?
Last I checked, don't start. Do not start. Do not start.
Don't start. Do not start.
Alan, behave.
Go.
With more and more Rangers coming out, and obviously we're going to have more quality issues and whatnot, do you think they're going to try their best to maintain all the quality issues? Or do you think they're going to just try to, just instead of just ham-fisty, do you think they're just going to just, you're on your own, good luck, have fun?
No, they're going to address as many things as possible, but at the same time, there's only so much you can do. I'm going to repeat something that Emgo said. There is no price tag that guarantees good quality control. Quality control is entirely based on whether or not the people working that day making your figure was at the top of their game. Because there are some times where when you get a figure that's known to just fall apart at the drop of a hat, but when you got a copy, yours was perfectly fine. It's always based on quality control through the people actually making the toy.
Do you think sometimes when people ask about quality control, do you think some person's like, "Hey, I wonder if this will work against my wall"?
Oh no, I broke it.
Oh no.
If you're one of the people that is stupid enough to actually do that and then immediately complain to Hasbro and try to write it off like you didn't actually do that, I see you. You're a scumbag. You need to stop.
Also, you're stupid.
It's also worth pointing.
You're dumb.
It is also worth pointing out. Not everybody is a fucking evangelist.
Yeah, well, I think we get that.
Yeah, not everybody is fucking Vangelis. Like, okay, Vangelis, a dumbass, would chuck a fucking figure that he spent hundreds of dollars on across the goddamn room just to see if it would fly.
Yeah,
We love your reviews, dude, but that's just worth pointing out.
I met you in person once already. I love you to death, but let's face it, you give off that energy.
I have no idea who the fuck you are.
he's a Transformers YouTuber.
I still have no idea who the fuck you are.
What are the early
Anyways.
ones? Don't copy someone else's work. Make
your own damn toy. Oh, I'm going to need you to elaborate on that one, Mebius.
I don't even understand the comment. What the fuck?
I wonder if he's referring to third-party Transformers or something along those lines.
I have no idea. I really don't.
What was the comment?
He just said, "Don't copy someone else's work. Make your own damn toy."
So yes, elaboration would be nice.
Yes, elaboration would be nice because this is a mainly Power Rangers stream tonight. So now that being said, anybody else got a question?
Is Lightning Collection a better option overall in terms of display than something like Soul of Chigoken, Figure Arts, shit like that?
Okay.
Good question, Alan. Good question.
That is a very good question. Here's the thing. You said Soul of Chigoken. If you're trying to compare Lightning Collection to Soul of Chigoken, you're comparing apples and oranges. They're not meant to be on the same exact playing field there. Soul of Chigoken is big, giant, transforming robots with tons of high-quality plastic and die-cast metal.
I brought that up because of the Zap offshoot of Lightning Collection, though. So again, the whole thing in its entirety, Zap, LC, all of it, is it a better option than Soul of Chigoken? Figures.
So allow me to elaborate. If you're trying to throw Zap into this, you need to specify Zap because Zap is not directly Lightning Collection. It's an offshoot. It's its own thing. If it was truly meant to scale with the Lightning Collection, those figures would be significantly bigger. Like, they would be as tall as my fucking wall there. Like, they'd be fucking massive. So, just...
The question remains, though.
So, just if you give me a second. And I'm going to train a thought bomb.
Do I need to repeat the slagging question?
No, you need to just wait a second. Fuck. Soul of Chigoken and Lightning Collection under no circumstances should ever be compared. Period. Now, if we're talking Figure Arts and Lightning Collection, that's a completely separate conversation. That we can actually kind of argue and kind of talk about entirely because of the fact that both battle for the same type of space. So if you're one of those people where you like hyper articulation, smooth looks, as close to show accurate as possible, and you want it to have extremely premium paint, you're going to want to go with figure arts because those are meant to go together as a high-end set. However, if you are a collector that is very much on a budget, much like how some of us are, then Lightning Collection becomes your better option entirely because for $20 figures at the time, for $20 figures, they gave you a lot for $20. The paint was great. The articulation was phenomenal. The accessory count, which while it's kind of lacking now, right out the gate, brilliant. Just Lightning Collection as a whole is a very good line if you're a Power Rangers fan, because this is our first time in the Western markets where we are getting figures that come extremely close to show accurate. Now, of course, there are some bumps in the road. Like I said, I had to swap the helmet on my Red Ranger and my Yellow Ranger from Mighty Morphin with the color tattoo pack.
There's also Trent.
And then there's also Trent. Like, just, they're not perfect, but in comparison to what we could be paying, these are a damn fine option.
But the thing I was asking was which one, being as you're the master of displays, which one is the better one there?
Okay, calling me a master of displays is a bit bold, but I will humor that. Here's the thing. There is no definitive answer. It depends entirely on your aesthetic preferences.
Okay.
What if you just don't like the human face? Well, you could probably just put the human heads in your spare parts bin and just display them in Ranger form.
Give me a minute here. I'm going to actually show an example of that.
So with that said, as nice as figure art would be, that entirely depends on the collector.
Yeah.
A collector would find figure arts far more appealing to look at. But that same collector would look at that guy's shelf and go, you know, I really don't like how flat everything is. They're supposed to be wearing a suit. I'd rather they had the wrinkles in it. Lightning Collection does that.
Extra point there, BC. I mean, I came from obviously Legacy and Figure Arts when they were sort of the two premium collector lines.
Sorry.
Now,
way back down.
Lightning Collection is sort of going into this thing. Is that Figure Arts tend to lean more on the more slender, more anime style body proportions, and the Lightning Collection and Legacy lean more towards action hero types.
So yes, this is my entire Dino Thunder LC Mini Mutt parts bag. The only thing missing from here is a Z-Rex blaster. But that being said, also the stuff the Rangers are holding, I have all of their civilian heads in here. You can see Trent, Connor, and Ethan, as well as Kira, and I keep them in there because they creep me out.
Yeah, it's like any collector, Mebius. Whatever parts you don't like in your on your figures, you just put them to one side, put them in a baggie, put them in a little box, whatever.
Mebius also says, but what if you have a problem with said human face? Define what problem you mean.
Yeah, that needs a little bit of elaboration.
If you're meaning like you just don't like the human head, then you're gonna have to go with Legacy.
Yeah, unfortunately, and Legacy is probably overpriced to hell and back, and then probably the left nut of the universe at this point.
Yeah, but then again, I at one point, Legacy and Figure Arts were the premium lines for a lot of collectors.
I never had figure art Super Sentai character or Power Ranger, whatever?
I bought them because I bought the armored Tyranno Ranger. I think I picked it up for about 30 at a toy show.
Huh.
Back when figure arts were quite common at toy shows and weren't exactly expensive.
Yeah.
One I would definitely like to purchase of a figure art, which I know this is Lightning Collection topic, but just until he gets back.
But it still fits in that whole tokusatsu genre.
Yeah.
Kinda. One I would like to get as a figure, just not of the Power Ranger representation, because let's be honest, the adaptation of what I'm about to say is kind of questionable. The one I would like to go for is Boken Red, aka Operation Overdrive's Red, because the figure art of that one looks amazing in my opinion.
Oh, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to speak on this.
On figure arts?
No.
Lightning Collection stuff.
Let's just say I might know a few things.
Uh-oh.
I've heard things in the grapevine. Okay, look, I'll preface this as this. I did hear rumors that 2023's lineup is about to make Disney era fans very, very, very happy.
Oh, what with the face is what if you just comes damaged? If it's damaged, then
if it comes damaged, it comes damaged. I mean, if it bugs you that much, contact Hasbro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you don't care, toss it in a bin. No one's gonna give shit.
Or take it, or if you can, take it back to the store and get a refund or an exchange. Hell, even even contact the store, the online store you bought it from, like Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth, and see if they can exchange it.
Now, of course, one thing I really want to bring up was Lightning Collection as a whole, because I especially am now definitely suffering for it. If you even remotely have an interest in a team that is showing up in Lightning Collection as a whole, buy them the moment they release. I skipped on Dino Charge. I didn't want anything from it, and I was willingly passing on all of it. This one decided to ask, hey, I'm here in the store. You guys want anything? He checks the Lightning Collection stuff, and I'm like, that Dino Charge green has been tempting me lately. Not even 2 or 3 hours later, green and black in a picture.
Merry Christmas, asshole!
He
Exactly.
got savage sourced. He got savage sourced.
Yes, I got savage sourced.
To be honest, I just get the Sentai toys.
And that's perfectly fine, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this is a Lightning Collection inspired video. We'll do a video or a live stream on Sentai toys at some point if you want to see that.
And can I just say before we continue? And yes, Bandai and even its premium lines do really good stuff.
Yeah.
I just had a random realization that connects to Power Rangers as a whole, but not really Lightning Collection. We only had 2 actual Rangers in Dino Thunder that were played by American actors.
Yep. Okay, I got
Kevin Duhaney, huh?
Sorry, a thought. I've got just something to bring up, and this is a question: Do you think some of the more problematic actors out of the Power Rangers community will actually get figures, or do you think
more likely?
So you think Cole, Pua Magasifa?
Okay,
and,
let me explain it to you this way. We got a Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Yellow announcement. Everybody's first question was, is this going to be Aisha or is this going to be Trini?
Yeah.
And the reason why they asked was because, unfortunately, Tui Trang herself is no longer with us. She died back in 2001 or 2000.
It was
that one-
2001.
Okay, thank you, Aladar. So she died back in 2001. So everybody immediately thought, well, if she died, there's no way it could be Trini. The figure actually fully gets revealed, and it turns out it's Trini.
Yeah.
So, no, I have zero reason to believe that if an actor is problematic or no longer with us, that they would not receive a proper Lightning Collection figure. I refuse to believe that they ever would be put in that position, especially since one of my all-time favorite season being Wild Force. I better get a Wild Force red out of that shit.
Yeah. Because that's the only reason I was thinking, because the three reds of, all ended up being in trouble with the law at some point. And I'm thinking, well, are we going to get figures of them eventually?
So we know
Cole's.
We know Cole's problem. What are the other two from? Who were they, and what did they do?
Pua Magasifa, aka Ninja Storm Red. He
passed away.
tragically committed suicide after spending some time in jail for beating his wife.
Oh, shit!
Yeah,
I mean,
the other one.
That was Buchan Black, the
Operation Overdrive Red.
Operation Overdrive Black Ranger. He
We're talking about
stole the autism and Make-A-Wish charity banner from MMPC years ago.
Really?
That is
And
stupid.
He's been banned from 2000. It was the 2007 PMC, and he's been hated by the fandom ever since.
So wait, okay, you said three reds. Yeah,
two
you meant
reds and a black. Sorry,
I was gonna say, hold on, I got on that.
2 reds and a black. Yeah, and he gave a absolutely atrocious rap concert at the same Power Morphicon that fell flat to the crowd. But he had a temper tantrum over it.
Did anyone even like his Ranger?
No.
No, not a lot of people really liked him. And honestly, after hearing that, I see why.
Then again, Operation Overdrive was one of the most hated seasons of Power Rangers for its own reasons. And
anyways, to actually finally start to dabble into what I was initially going into before I got cut off.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard rumblings that 2023 will see at least one RPM, God damn it, Operation Overdrive Ranger.
Ooh.
At least one. I don't know who it is, so do not quote me on that. This is all just rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm not confirming nor denying anything.
That being said,
I heard at least one Operation Overdrive Ranger. Confirmed, we are getting Lost Galaxy Pink and Yellow next year. That's confirmed. That's flat out happening. Confirmed next year, we're getting Dino Fury Blue. Confirmed next year, we're getting SPD Yellow. Confirmed next year, we're getting Dino Thunder Black.
a little bit bittersweet.
That being said, and another thing that even I heard from the grapevine that, Alien Rangers were coming next year. And then, obviously, PostCon confirmed Alien Rangers were coming.
Mm-hmm.
Mine and Savage's initial prediction was they're going to be a 5-pack. They're going to be a 5-pack. And, yeah, that's exactly what ended up happening. So
that pack sold out like within minutes.
Yeah. I'm probably one of the very few that actually managed to get their pre-order in.
Isn't you a lucky sod?
So,
I'm a very lucky sod.
yeah.
Anyways, so with that said, obviously when it comes to the deluxes, we know for a fact that Blue Centurion and In Space Silver with the Galaxy Cycle, I have so many issues with that fucking choice. So we know for a fact those are coming next year. So those are flat out confirmed. Howsoever, here are some of the things that have been speculated. Like I said, at least one Operation Overdrive figure. There's a possibility that when the Versus packs come back, that one will be the first time we see Mystic Force.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere within there, we're going to see Ninja Storm. We're going to possibly see the completion of Wild Force. If that ends up being true, this is the one that really tickles me, so just bear with me. But I heard, so like we know that Amazon loves to do exclusive figures as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
If this rumor's true, I'm gonna lose my mind. Gindrax and Toxica. Toxica.
Wow.
Yes, Toxica.
Thank you.
That
I
will be
always get their names fucked up, but that might be an Amazon exclusive 2-pack. If that's true, please God, yes.
To be fair, there's a lot of monsters names to keep in mind of, and there's a lot.
I know. Just like either way, those two as a whole, if they actually happen, I'm gonna lose it, dude.
What if they came with a Master Org figure as well?
That's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing that in one of the deluxe waves, he's one of the monsters. Again, cannot confirm, nor can I deny. This is just based on rumor. But if that's true, oh my God.
So I think we should get to the meat and potatoes here. It's like so now the sales are happening, right? And
Right.
people are all like going, and a lot of outlets have Power Rangers Legacy Lightning Collection on clearance prices. What would you recommend is out there right now? May have been around for a little bit, that is a good place to start.
I see where you're going with this. Unfortunately, I cannot answer that without fully seeing what the sales are.
Using that one I sent to you last week for an example, the other day, for example.
Okay. Then here's the thing. What's a season you prefer?
Okay, yep. So, I mean, just using these, ones that come up quite regularly. Pumpkin Wrapper. Would you say that's a good figure to?
That was on one of his top figure lists on his channel once.
Yeah, cool. Okay,
If you guys want to check it out, go ahead.
Right, I'm just pulling up this image list. Sorry. So the figures they have are Beast Morphers Red for $9.99.
Did you like Beast Morphers?
Well, from what I saw, but in your opinion, was that a good figure?
I did have it at one point, and I will definitely say it's a good one. I do think it's really good. So if you are into Go Busters or Beast Morphers,
Go.
definitely do it.
Same with Blue.
Mighty Morphin Finster for $19.99.
Get that. If anybody is a Mighty Morphin fan, even by the slightest margin, you need to get that.
The Lightning Collection, Yellow versus Scorpina 2-pack.
Get it for the Scorpina. If you don't already have a Mighty Morphin Yellow, then obviously get it for both. But if you already have Mighty Morphin Yellow, get it for the Scorpina. Scorpina is so worth it.
And that's obviously okay. The Boom Studios Tyranno Sentry. I'm guessing, and that is $16.99.
I recommend getting it if you're into the comic books. Otherwise, you can let that slip.
That's just one that's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's one where just like, yeah, for me, that's one where it's like, y'all are literally just taunting me now.
We were lucky to find 3 at once.
Because afterwards, they all sold out.
The In Space Blue Psycho Blue Battle Pack.
The In Space Blue and Psycho Silver Battle Pack. Are you an In Space fan?
Yeah.
Get it.
Okay, good one.
Because that is the only way you are going to get Psycho Silver.
Okay. And then you've got the Light SPD A versus B Squad Blue Pack.
Are you an SPD fan?
Yeah, I did quite like that one.
Get it.
Okay.
You will probably like B Squad Blue over A Squad Blue.
Yeah.
And even if you do, keep the B Squad. Because guess what? The entire A Squad got toys.
Yeah.
Just
SPD B Squad haven't.
Really, really stop to think about this for a second. We are grown Power Ranger lovers, where we had disposable income to buy collectible toys of Power Ranger figures. And we now have an option to get A Squad as toys. These are the first time ever that the A Squad got toys.
Yeah. And you'd have thought that these would have happened,
Back in 05.
Exactly. You would have thought that back in 05 they would have had like little 5-inch figures. You guys remember having those, right? The little ones where you could futz around with them, where your imagination just took control and you could do whatever you wanted with them.
Yep.
Obviously, now for a display, they look like ass, but
they're still fun.
they're still fun.
Another one, the Mighty Morphin Wedding 2-pack.
You need that.
Yeah, you'd say Rita Lord Zed Wedding 2-pack.
Don't matter what the fucking context is, you need it.
Oh, there you go. That's up there.
Just beware, Rita is very, very, very creepy in person.
Yeah. And then finally was the Astronomer 2-pack.
Okay, here's my question to you. Once again, we already know you're an In-Space fan. Are you okay with the idea of having 2 astronomers?
Yeah.
Get it.
Okay. Cool.
And if for whatever reason you did get the 2-pack with the In-Space Red
No, this
and
is
astronomer, if you did get that beforehand, literally just get this 2-pack for Ecliptor.
Yeah, this is the Ecliptor Astronomer 2-pack.
Yeah. My biggest recommendation for that, get that 2-pack solely for the Ecliptor. Matter of fact, give me a minute.
I have his old Astronomer from that, and she's a pretty good figure, too. She's just a bitch to stand.
Yep. So what I miss?
Oh, we were just going through a list of just getting into the meat and potato and saying, given that the fact that Legacy Collection's on sale in a lot of places recently, what would you go for? What would you, grab?
They may be a bunch of traders, but even traders deserve toys every now and again, maybe.
Yeah. Just look at Sentinel.
Yep.
That's different. He don't even care.
I still got the other one as well as I still got my eye on a bunch of psychos.
I mean, if you want to say that A Squad is still a bunch of traders, you're calling them traders, but psychos were no different. They were Rangers too.
Yeah, but weren't the
but they were
psychos...
designed from the get-go to be evil.
I know, but
the thing is, the Psycho Rangers were also designed to be Ranger killers.
That being said,
except
Ecliptor.
Very nice.
When did he have a gold band on his arm? I don't remember that.
He's always had that.
I don't remember seeing it on the show. That's weird.
So I have a deluxe monster question that just popped into my head.
Oh, I'm already excited.
So if memory serves me correct, because this is needed for context, your two favorite monster figures so far are Piranha's Head and Eye Guy, right?
Yes.
Which one would you recommend for your first monster figure between the two?
Eye Guy.
Okay.
Right out the gate, Eye Guy. And the reason why I recommend Eye Guy the most is because, 1, he's the heaviest. 2, he's the most unique. 3, he's the most posable. 4, it's been a long night, guys. I'm sorry. I actually do have the right one, Mebius. But anyway, so
4.
4. His accessory count actually makes sense to the monster himself.
It's just a fucking eyeball, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm just looking currently on, the figures that are available right now on Hasbro Pulse, right?
Okay.
And these are the figures that are in stock, ready to go. Don't forget, this is UK. Standard Pudgy Pig for $34.99.
There's some history with the Pudgy Pig.
Yeah, that one's a sensitive one as well.
I'm gonna say so. BC saying avoid that one.
No.
Yeah.
If you're in on the Mighty Morphin monsters as a whole, I definitely recommend Pudgy Pig. Because as a mold, he does a lot of cool shit.
Yep.
You can shove a whole ranger in there.
But the actual rollout of the figure, I wanted to strangle Hasbro for.
Yeah, I did want to say it's not the PulseCon exclusive where it's got the lunchbox and the extra accessories.
Well, the thing is that me and another individual had decided that, hey, we want to get BC here one because he wanted one. He said he wanted one. So
I missed the pre-order.
But we didn't. At the same time, though, they then, immediately after the fact, released Pudgy Pig as a standard. The only difference between the two is that the pre-order PulseCom special one was in a different box. That's all it was.
Yeah, it was a lunchbox. That was it.
And some extra food items.
No.
Yeah, you got the pies. You got
ooh, pies.
It did not justify what was it 36, 37 bucks that we had to pay?
No. If you got the PulseCon version, you paid over 50.
Even then, it was not worth it.
I was so pissed when that was revealed. Like, Aladar can testify. I was yelling, screaming, and ranting about it for months.
What shit did I just step into?
Pudgy Pig.
Pudgy Pig.
Oh my god. Okay, so if you guys want an idea of how mad he was when that was revealed, the best parallel I can think is AoE Prime after seeing the footage of Ratchet being melted down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was infuriated. And I was texting him and the other individual, I'm so sorry. I didn't think this was going to happen, all that other shit.
Even though then said individual already bought the other one and could have said that you would do you, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
Anyway, the TMNT Donatello and Leonardo.
Are you a Turtles fan?
Yeah. But the green and black Rangers.
Wait, are you shopping? Don't tell me you're shopping right now as we're doing a stream.
No, I'm just looking. Yeah, I kind of am.
What
A Squad green and red.
Get him.
SPD green.
Get him. Get him. Just get him.
Metallic.
buddy.
Metallic white.
Do you have any of the other metallic rangers?
No.
Walk away.
Metallic black. The only metallics they've got are white, black, blue, and yellow.
Red and pink are gone?
Yeah, they're sold out.
Pointing at Alan so he can speak.
Sorry.
This is just something that popped into my head that I think this is worth asking because you never know if someone's going to be like me, sticking with one season because it's just the right move for them financially. Which one from your display perspective is the best one to go with? Which season specifically?
Okay, that's actually a loaded question because that entirely depends on what that person's favorite season is.
Right, gotcha.
It also goes into, though, which season has had the least amount of problems with the figures that have come out for it.
See, here's the thing. That's another loaded question because the complaints depends on the person. If you're somebody where slight differences in how some of the figures turned out really doesn't bother you, then the figures are fine. They're perfect as they are. But if you're one of those people where you cannot get over the idea of nothing being exactly right, then you're walking away from the Lightning Collection altogether.
I mean,
Really?
need we really bring this up again?
No.
Hi, Avenging Tragedy.
It's funny that he dropped that because he clearly missed the first half of the stream.
Okay, I'm going to say, BC, I found one I really want, and it is at a decent price.
What is it?
The in-space disguised Andros.
Oh, God. Blank Ranger.
He was everywhere for a while. Holy shit.
He's also got his disguise form is also technically considered a Boom Studios comic ranger as well.
Yeah.
What do they call it?
I think they just called him in Space Red because without that cloak is what he entirely looked like.
I swear to God.
And he was also a servant to the fucking most powerful evil ranger there was, but apparently.
So you're on a personal note, you're saying no to disguised Andros.
I am saying no to disguised Andros entirely because of the fact that you're getting literally nothing new other than a cloth robe.
Oh.
Also, hi, Avenging.
Yes.
Hey.
But I know we've Nitty Bong.
That's all. I just seen it and I thought, hey, I mean, at least, they went something a bit different. With him being disguised from the start of the first episode of In Space.
That's fair.
Not completely. If anything, because if you remember the first episode, he wasn't wearing black.
It was the In Space suit underneath the cloak.
Yeah. So all it really is you're just getting an extra accessory for that Red Ranger, and that black blank, whatever Boom Studios version of that Ranger is that.
A Lightning Collection of Mega Rangers, the comic book Rangers, I mean.
I have not heard anything about these.
Ooh,
So,
what about Hyperforce?
I was about to ask that too, actually.
and that's another one that I've heard nothing.
I'm surprised because you'd have thought with how popular Hyperforce was and the fact they're now in the comic books.
Yeah, they're now in the comic books, and it's not really stopping the fact that they're not getting figures because, unfortunately, Hasbro is weighing what's actually popular and what isn't.
And I can understand Dracon from the comics getting a couple of figures, especially the Ranger Stop exclusive, because again, it's freaking Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's evil Tommy.
Very powerful evil Tommy.
Because there was 2 versions of Dracon, I believe, wasn't there?
3.
2.
3?
In the comics, 3. As figures, 2.
I thought
Yeah,
you were.
because I remember there was the black suit, and then there was the white suited one that came at Ranger Stop with the throne.
If memory serves me right, Lord Draken was announced in Wave 3 of Lightning Collection's run.
Yeah.
And my first copy was a dud because every single time I moved his helmeted head, it popped right off the ball joint.
Oh!
Literally, the entire time that copy was on my shelf, he was constantly doing, "Why?"
That's the origin of that joke, if you ever wondered.
So when I finally decided to take another stab at it, and I bought a whole new figure for $10, I popped it out of the box, I pulled him out, and the first thing I tested, the helmet. And as soon as I moved that son of a bitch around, and it did not budge, it stayed on the figure the entire time. I could pose it, I could move it. I was like, yes!
He was happy, BC.
I was a very happy BC. Anyways.
I feel like they should try at least doing a Hyperforce figure, because let's not just remind the fact that Hyperforce was a technically like a D&D Power Ranger themed D&D game. We had popular people pop in too, like Jen Scott, Tommy, and like several other ones. And plus, we also had the original actor of Bull and Skull. Well, I think just Bull.
Bulk.
Just Bulk.
I was gonna say Bulk and Skull, but I know it's just Bulk.
Yeah.
Hell, Bulk became a Yellow Ranger. Think of that.
Yeah. And he also became a Ranger in the Boom comics as well, so...
Yeah, the Warthog.
I long for the day we see Lightning Collection Bulk and Skull Ranger figures. Mesagog.
Join the club, dude.
Hey, Aladar.
What?
LC Mesagog.
You just had to, didn't you? You just had to. Oh wait, all right. I'm gonna make a prediction. He's gonna say Lightspeed next.
Actually, I was going to say Mystic Force.
Zap Lightspeed Megazord.
The fuck you talking to me for?
Oh, hey, by the way, BC. Time Force Pink, you bitch.
I've grown in my years. I will not be falling for any more of this bullshit.
All I'm going to say is quiet, Don Donero.
What?
He hasn't seen the show. He doesn't know.
Oh, right, sorry. Yeah, I forgot.
What the fuck?
Glotto from Time Force was actually the main villain of Time Ranger, and he had farting powers.
I forgot about that.
Basically, if you remember the henchman guy in Time Force,
Yeah, he was Glotto.
yeah, Glutto, he was the original main villain of Time Ranger,
And he went by the name of Don Dinero.
And he do the poot.
He do the poop.
He literally does the have they made anything of Turbo? Yeah, have had Turbo.
If you want to count Blue Centurion,
They're making the Blue Centurion.
Well, and technically we've had obviously the Turbo team via In Space, right?
You know, now that I have to think about it, I think Savage and I predicted that too.
Oh,
Well,
and
yeah.
we've had both extras, by the way. We've had Phantom and Blue Centurion.
So get on, Hasbro.
So we've technically got the heads for Turbo 2, haven't we, through In Space?
Yep.
So the only thing they'd actually need to do is... But then you've also got the problem is Justin.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the thing is, he would definitely zap Lightning Megazord. Because I mean, I think my main problem with Justin is how would they go about that? Because you can't really because if they're going to use the standard male body, and then you do the 10-year-old kid's head,
That's going to be a bit
That's
weird.
not gonna work. So what I'm thinking is, if they do Turbo Blue, it won't have the civilian head.
yeah, because there's no way you could do it right, is there? Unless you can.
Now, what I'm also thinking they can do is they can also do a Kid Ranger mold.
Yeah, that'd work. Because then you could, in theory, do the kid. That way, you could actually do the Kid Rangers from Mighty Morphin. Yeah, in season 3 when they all got turned into kids.
Yeah, that would go well with the Alien Rangers.
That, and honestly, I would love to see Turbo Blue happen just because. All right, well, it's actually getting really late now, so lightning round. Any more questions?
I see what you did there.
Is
Lightning.
yeah, is I can't think straight. I physically can't seem to think straight. Is it better to try to go for an action pose or something a little more unique and abstract when it comes to displaying your Lightning Collection figures?
When it comes to displaying your Lightning Collection figures, honestly, do what you want. If it looks good to you, do it. Obviously, if you're somebody where you need guidance, do what I tend to do and look up a bunch of pictures of the figures to get an idea on how you can pose it.
Because, I mean, here's how I got Ethan posed right now, just messing with him. He's pondering.
And that works.
Yep.
And then
Anybody else?
I'm just showing random random poses. It's supposed to be a Harajaku sort of thing.
Okay, quick. Do you think the store what store exclusives do you think may happen eventually? Like, GameStop, Target, Walmart, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
If we ever do get a single pack Zeltrax, I easily see a Crimson Zeltrax out of that at some point.
Now, another quick one is, do you think that Hasbro, now that Hasbro has bought out all of Saban brands, and that includes all the other stuff, do you think we may eventually maybe see other stuff from Power Rangers, come into this, sort of like how they had Jiraiya in Ninja Steel and or Space Sheriff Gavan?
I don't know. I doubt that.
Or do you think we have a bigger chance of seeing Masked Rider and VR Troopers first?
We probably have a much higher chance of seeing Masked Rider.
If I can throw a small penny into the fountain here, it would be pretty cool to see not just Masked Rider and VR Troopers, but that tickle BC's fancy a little bit, and maybe anyone else's Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Yes.
But also an obscurity test for everybody. I don't know if it's under the Saban label offhand, but it'd be also kind of nice to see figures of the Mystic Knights of Tirnanog.
Yes, that was. But I
was starting to say we never actually got a proper figure of Deidre, so that'd be pretty nice.
Yeah, she was supposed to come out in the the last wave of figures, but they got scrapped in favor of Lost Galaxy. So,
ouch.
Yeah, that's what happened to Mystic Knights of Tirnanog. They were just like, you know what, we'll just scrap it in favor of Lost Galaxy.
You need to ask a question, sir.
Yeah, with everyone else talking, I can't really ask anything. I can't.
Sorry, go on. Sorry.
If they're going to make any form of HasLab anything, what do you think they should make of Lightning Collection?
I'm going to cheat. I'm going to give you two answers. I think they should do Dark Spectre. I know it's going to be Titanus.
Ooh. Here we go. think they'd ever really do Masked Rider? I mean, he shows up in one episode, and would they do him on the bike together or separate?
I could easily see him being a deluxe figure. So if they do a deluxe Masked Rider, I recommend everybody get it, because not only would it be MMPR fans supporting MMPR, and not only would it be Power Rangers fans supporting the Lightning Collection, this would literally be us screaming to the heavens to Hasbro to do something with Kamen Rider.
Not just that, VR Troopers beat, like Aladar said, Beetleborgs.
Exactly. Like at that point, give us the opportunity to show you how bad we want this stuff.
Especially since a lot of these...
Given Hasbro's penchant for relying solely on the nostalgia for the original of anything lately, there's no doubt we're going to at some point see Masked Rider. If it was in Mighty Morphin, we're going to see it at some point.
Yeah, but the real question is, how soon?
That's the only thing I can't say for sure, but I just know as much as they suck, for lack of a better term, original dick, it's going to happen eventually.
I mean, a lot of things I was going to say is a lot of these figures haven't had, toys in the West since the 90s.
I mean, if Masked Rider is going to happen, it's going to come out right as when Lightspeed's going to happen.
You know what? This needs a little bit of extra flair. I smashed the button.
Oh.
No. We're not doing that right now. All right, last question all around.
Mebius says, if you want a Masked Rider, then just get a Kamen Rider Black RX.
Yeah, but I want a Lightning Collection one. That being said, last question. Aladar first, go.
Do you think we'll ever see a collaboration between Transformers and Power Rangers now that they're both under Hasbro?
Maybe. It's entirely possible. I'm not going to say it's not, but don't be surprised if it doesn't happen. All right, Solo.
If you could pick a collaboration between Power Rangers and any other franchise out there, what would you go for next?
Power Rangers and Darksiders.
And what Power Rangers season?
Wild Force. I want Wild Force to cross over with the Four Horsemen of Darksiders. Okay. Why? Because fuck you. That would be dope as fuck.
Joke's on you. We both know they're going to pick Mighty Morphin anyway. Ah!
Yeah.
That fucking...
Button, you want the button.
Not yet. Anyway. 7. Last one. Go.
If you had to pair a Ranger with a vehicle from any season, what would it be?
Do I have any limitations?
Not Wild Force. Just to kick you in the balls.
You are a bitch.
Just to kick.
Bitch.
Just to kick you in the balls.
So with that said, I would want a Ninja Storm Red with his Storm Cycle.
Good one.
Okay.
Oh, I think since I know we mentioned Turbo, right, earlier, do you think we'll see the Lightning Collection scale go-karts and Jeeps cars with them or not?
I don't think so. Are
we just going to stick with motorcycles?
Yeah, I think we're mainly sticking with motorcycles.
It is worth noting, though, if you want them to ride in those vehicles, if they made them back in 97 to scale with the figures, you can't actually use Lightning Collection figures with them because we've had pretty good success using, I think in space figures with their cycles and the Dino Thunder ones.
Yes, you are 100% correct on that.
Lightspeed didn't really have any like motorcycles. They only had like 2.
So Avenging Tragedy TF XPR crossover will be Billy's VW Bug Bumblebee.
You know what? No. Don't even laugh at that. I'd be down for that.
That's
I
actually
would love to fucking see that.
I want to see this as a gag though. If we were to combine Transformers with any Power Ranger thing, just because we saw it in the movie.
What?
I want the Red Ranger of the Cenozoic version paired with Bumblebee.
And Mebius says, to be honest, Power Rangers Gundam.
That'd be questionable.
Yeah, that'd be super questionable. All right, now before we really get out of here, I
sprayed myself.
All right. Well, I've been BC.
I've been Aladar.
I've been Solo.
I've been Savage because you just skipped me.
Sorry.
Let's try it again. I've been BC.
I've been Aladar.
I've been Savage.
And I've been Solo Jones.
We will catch you guys next week. Wait.
Oh, GBC, what are we going to talk about next week?
I'm glad you asked. So, next week is going to be the one episode that I know for a fact everyone's going to be looking forward to. Yes, that is right. It is that time of year again. It is going to be the top 5 figures of the year.
Ooh.
We shall see you next week.
See you next week.